Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry. This is your Wednesday video. It will be a short tutorial on a stash scrap buster. We love those, don't we? This one is going to absolutely blow your mind at how easy and quick it is. You will have an entire quilt in no time. So hang on, I'm going to show you the blocks, and then after that I'm going to change the camera angle so you can watch me sew this up in record time. A few weeks ago I mentioned how I had this crazy stack of 10-inch, this is a fraction of them, 10-inch squares that I cut from my scraps, and I have a multitude of 5-inch squares as well. So someone out there, one of you wonderful subscribers, put the old noggin to use and went and found me a pattern to use those two things. And it is amazing. I have seen this on Pinterest before, but I just kind of, I don't know, it just didn't attract my attention like it did this time. So I don't know who is the inventor of this block. I'm just copying what someone threw out there on Pinterest, and that's what that's for, right? Just to give other people ideas. So I took that idea and ran with it with my 10-inch and 5-inch scrap squares. Here are a few of the blocks I have made so far. Just random stuff. I've kind of coordinated mine. Here's another one. It has this has this color in it, but it's kind of hard to see. There you go. Here's another one that's kind of coordinated. I don't think this is the same line as this, but it could be. So that's something to keep in mind, and I'll talk about that in a minute as well. So now I'm going to change that camera angle and get to work. Here's what you're going to need. Go ahead and move your iron setup to your table if you have the ability to do that, because you'll be using your iron quite a bit. There's no cutting with this. So those of you who hate to cut, this is your project. I have a supply of 10-inch and a supply of 5-inch, and really you could make it 8 and 4, whatever sizes you keep in your scraps. I happen to cut 10s, 5s, 2.5s, and 2.5-inch strips. You will need a 2.5-inch ruler. You could just get any of them that you have that are 2.5 inches is helpful. If you don't have a 2.5 inch, just use your regular ruler and put a piece of washi tape on it at that 2.5 inch line. Alright, you need your sewing machine, just some neutral thread, because we're going to be dealing with all kinds of different colors here. And I'm not going to sew all these up today. I'm just going to show you how to make one. And then, yeah, I think that's all you need. Maybe a heat-resistant pen. Yes, just one pen. At least that's what I use. You may be able to get away with not using a pen if you're more of a daredevil than I already am. So I have right on top here a K-facet 10-inch and another K-facet 5-inch. Just happens to go together fine. So what we're going to do is place it right in the center. And you want to measure with your 2.5 from the edge over to the edge of your 5.5 inch or 5-inch. Really, the only measurement you need to remember is 2.5 inches during this whole thing. So there's 2.5 inches from the edge. So I know I have 2.5 on the other side, but I do need to check top and bottom. So I may have to adjust it just a little bit. There we go. Next step, fold it over 2.5 inches. Just lay my 2.5 inch ruler on there. I think it helps to have a ruler that's at least longer than 5 inches or around 5 inches. That way you've got a good span here. And then the other one, you don't even have to measure. Just fold that sucker over like that. And take your iron and iron down those folded sides. What we're going to do next is take our 1/4 inch seam right down the outer edges here. This is the time you may want to use that pin in case you're afraid that your square will move around in there. It shouldn't, but it might. I like to use it. So here we go into the machine. I've got my 1/4 inch foot on, regular stitch length. I'm just going to zip down through here. Cut the thread, flip it around, and do the other side. That folded edge is so easy to sew. You're not trying to fuss with 2 layers of fabric with raw edges. So it's awesome. Now you can take that pin out and just take your iron and just push those seams over to the outer edge like this. Now you say, what in the world do I do with those other 2 raw edges on my 5-inch square? Same thing. You already know this is 2.5, so you can do this and this. And feel free to use your ruler if you feel like you're folding it wonky. Sometimes it is wonky. And there again, you can pop a pin in there to hold these down. But I am just going to go ahead and iron these and sew those down. Same thing again, right along the edge, 1/4 inch seam. That is catching in all the edges of your 5-inch square in the center. Now I'll go to the other side. Make any adjustments you feel like you need to here before you get started sewing. Done. Your block is done. Isn't that awesome? Oh my goodness. I can just see myself doing this all night one night. It's addictive. This makes an 8 3/4 inch square. So a decent sized square for a quilt. You can put them side by side, put sashing between them, whatever. Also, if you have a directional fabric, you don't have to worry about the direction of those strips. Usually we cut strips, right? And put them all around. This eliminates that step altogether and you don't have to worry about the direction of your fabric. I think it's awesome. I'm amazed. Now, what are the disadvantages? There are a couple. You've got double fabric here. You might be able to see through it if you're not careful of what you put together. I can see a little bit through this. You probably can't. You're also, I will say, wasting some fabric here. You're certainly welcome to, put a slit in that and cut that out if you want. I wouldn't. They're scraps. They're just scraps. They're just sitting over there anyway. You might as well just go ahead and use them like this. And use them fast. This is a fast sew. And it's so much fun. No cutting. You have no cutting with this block. So keep that in mind. Any other disadvantage I can think of? Not really. Just that little bit of waste of fabric right here. By the time you did dig that out, you're going to have maybe a 4.5. Probably not. Probably more like a 4. You could do that if you wanted, but I probably won't do that. Actually, I know I won't do that. All right, so make yourself up some of these. Let me change the camera angle so you can watch me talk a little bit more about it. So here we are with all my squares that I've done so far. So I've kind of basically done this in real time with you. One of you subscribers suggested this. So if you're watching this, please put a comment in the comment section saying it was me with exclamation points. I would love to remember who that was. I know you sent me an email, but I keep my email pretty clean and I delete stuff. So I watched the video you sent and I probably just went and cleaned it out. So whoever it was, please put your name down there and say, it was me. All right, I hope some of you will get your scraps out today and start this. All you have to do is move your iron over here by your sewing machine, get you a stack of 10s and 5s, and just start sewing. Another thing I thought of, another suggestion I have for you, is if you are one of those who accidentally buys, okay, you love a line of fabric, okay, and you bought a 10-inch stacker or layer cake, and then later on you discovered, hey, I had a charm pack in this already. Perfect. You've got a completely coordinated quilt. In minutes, you will have this quilt done. You'll have your 42 pieces of 10-inch, your 42 of 5, and you'll just mix those up. But when you're complete, you've got your entire quilt fabric line there and all coordinated. I think that would make an excellent, excellent quick project for a gift. So take a look at your layer cakes and charm packs. See if you have some that coordinate. Or you may have some that aren't from the same line that coordinate and will work for this. So I think the possibilities are endless with this. So get your scraps out and bust them with this little block right here. All right, have fun and come back on Friday and see how many of these I've gotten done.